to one of them. But there's no question that these organizations are in competition with one another. They are trying to attract recruits. They try to get funding from sources like rich Saudi donors. And the more they can achieve a sort of kind of spectacular victory, gruesome and barbaric as it sounds, the more likely they are to get the attention of the world. That was one of the reasons ISIS released those incredibly barbaric videos. It was a way of getting into the spotlight, stealing attention from al-Qaeda. That very week, Zawahiri, the head of al-Qaeda, had produced one of those grainy al-Qaeda videos with a long monologue, which looks very much like, you know, sort of Internet 1.0 compared with ISIS. So, yes, absolutely, these guys are in competition with one another.
Should we look at this, Congressman, as an individual acts, or is this a larger plan to destabilize the Western world, Western values?
Oh, well, clearly it's that. And what you find is a metastasization of different factions even in al-Qaeda. So if you look at Syria, there's factions there. There's an al-Qaeda faction, al-Nusra, al-Sham, all have al-Qaeda allegiances. Then you have this ISIS group that used to be an al-Qaeda named affiliate. And it's interesting that the fight between the two wasn't necessarily about who was going to be in charge at the time, but when you look at what Baghdadi wanted to do, he wanted to attack outside of his region, outside of Syria, into Iraq, into Jordan, into other places. Zawahiri said, no, we don't want you to do that. We want you to focus. So this was never about brutality or power. It was about Baghdadi just having a fundamental disagreement. He said, listen, I've had access to all these people with Western passports. We can do more. We should do more. That was the split. So we remember their ideals are all the same. They have the same goals, the same tactics. And what we're talking about here is Zawahiri is getting a little concerned because he competes for finances, he competes for recruits, he competes for operational status, meaning can we get people logistically in and out of places. The government monitors about 21 al-Qaeda affiliates. Half of those have pledged support to ISIS in some way, either overtly or covertly, meaning they've had covert
competition between the two.
You know, the thing that worries me most is what if this does not have the hallmarks of an ISIS directed operation or an al-Qaeda directed operation? What if what we are now beginning to see are lone wolf operators, or wolf packs, if you will, small groups radicalizing on the internet, maybe occasional trip here or there, but the main point is they're locals, they know the local landscape, they know the local culture, but they have trained themselves well enough to pull off something quite impressive, though barbaric. You know, the use of gloves, the use of masks, the ability to have no fingerprints, things like that. That's worrying, because how do you protect against that? You can monitor those 21 al-Qaeda affiliates. How do you monitor 5 million French Muslims?